This is your video math question of the day.
Hey scholars, so some of you might remember last month was my birthday, and I didn't show you the cake that I got. So come check this out. This is the birthday cake I got. It says, "Happy 86th birthday, Mr. Phelps," which I thought was so sweet. The problem is, Mr. Oma ate half of my cake. Well, now I want to know, if I want 1/3 of what's left, how much of the total cake would I have? So I want to take 1/3 of the 1/2 that's already there. Let's figure out how we can do this together.
To solve this cake conundrum, we're going to use some models to figure this out. So we know that our problem is going to be 1/3 of 1/2. In our expression, we always translate of into multiplication. So 1/3 times 1/2. Before we get going, I want to model each of our fractions separately so you can visualize what we're doing. Well, we're taking 1/3 of 1/2. So we're starting with 1/2 of this cake. So let's split our first bar into 1/2 and just shade in using our hash marks 1/2. Give a thumbs up when you have the 1/2 modeled just like I have it. Splendid. Now moving on to the 1/3, which will be on the other model. We're going to make this using horizontal lines, and then use your hash marks going the opposite direction to show 1/3. So we have 1/2, we have 1/3, and we want to lay these on top of each other to figure out where they cross. Well, let's go to a new page. It'll be the bottom of your page to solve this problem. All right, so here is our rectangle. It's the bottom of your page. And we want to find 1/3 times 1/2. Well, let's start with the 1/2. Model that first because we know that's how much of the cake we currently have. There's the 1/2. And then use your hash marks to show the 1/2. And now we're going to lay on top of this 1/3. So use your horizontal lines this time and split it into 3 equal pieces. And shade in one of the 3 pieces, so just this top piece. Okay, so now we've got to think about what pieces have both of the marks laying on top of each other? Where do they cross? Circle this piece in the top corner. That's the only piece that has part of the 1/2 and the 1/3. That is the piece that is our area of the cake that's left. 1/3 times 1/2 gives us that piece. Well, let's figure out what fraction matches this. This is going to be equal to, well, we have one piece that's shaded, and the total number of pieces would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, those numbers were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In your answer to these multiplication problems, your numerator is the number of double shaded and the denominator is your number of total pieces. So Mr. Phelps can eat 1/6 of the cake.
Well, after all that work, we finally got our answer. That piece right here would be 1/6 of the cake. Nice work.